Today we'd like to share with you another 2 people 1 handpan pattern. We've also just filmed one while we've been here for Rosie's channel as well, so if you like this kind of thing and you're wanting to play with other people, then check that out too. I'll put a little playlist together maybe with a bunch of them in. So, the pattern looks like this.
Now I'm going to show you how to play the top part of the pattern. Bye, Amy!
Goodbye!
I've got my handpan with the low notes away from me and the high notes towards me. So my part plays with the rhythm 1 and 2 and 3, rest. 1 and 2 and 3, rest. 1 and 2 and 3, rest. And I use a lower note and a higher note. These are the first 2 pitches that I'm going to use. Low, high, high, low, low, rest. Rest. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So I'm jumping off that first note. Low, high, high, low, low. Low, high, high, low. And again. 1. I shift myself across to the opposite side of the handpan to play that same rhythm, but now using these 2 pitches. 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 4 and. Once I've played that, I'll come back and play this side. But this time, I'm going to slide in 1 extra note. You know how we had that gap at the end of the pattern? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I was putting a click on that 4. Now instead, I'm just going to play my high A to fill out that pattern when I come back to it. Here it is. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we should have 4 different positions to play. This side, this side, this side with the high A, and this side again. We're going to just move through those, playing them one after another. Remember, we end up playing the same pattern twice in a row, so try and keep track of where you are in the pattern. It's actually easier when you've got your partner or Amy in to help you keep count, so I'll be counting out loud for us as we go. Here we go, starting in position 1, off we go. 1. Change sides at the high A, and again we play. That's the end of 1 pattern, and we start again. 2, 3, 4, and again 1. It can be easy to leave out some of those patterns, so make sure you keep a really close listen. And it is helpful to make sure you watch Amy's video as well, so you know exactly when she is shifting places. So, let's bring her in! Amy!
So, now let's have a look at this bass part. It's fairly simple, we're just counting to 4. But what we're playing here with is 2 different textures. So we have the open sound of the bottom note of these chords, this little bass line that we're making. And then we have a muted tone on the ding here. So I'm striking with exactly the same force as I normally would. The only difference is that whichever finger I'm striking with, I'm just sticking. I'm staying stuck to the ding so that it can't reverberate, so that it is muted. That way, when Rosie dances around to play that lovely melody, I'm not clashing with her too much. I'm dampening the sound of this note a little bit. So the rhythm is this. Dum, dum. Dum, dum. Dum, dum. And if I count this, I'm counting 1 on the note. So I'm starting on note 2 here, which is a B flat in my case. And if I'm counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, it's on the and of the 2 and the 3 that we're playing this muted ding. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we move over to the other side of the instrument. So we're playing note 3 here. 1, and then the rhythm stays exactly the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. After that, so we've been here, dum dum, here, dum dum. Then we move down to note 1 and we play this note, this pattern here in this position 2 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the whole thing. So we've got note 2 and 2 and 3 and then note 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then note 1 and 2 and 3 4 again and 2 and 3 and then we're back to the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3. It's like a heartbeat. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And you can play this with whichever hand you feel comfortable with. It doesn't really matter. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 2 and 3. One more time. 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and da 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 da. And that's the whole thing. If you enjoyed this pattern, check out Rosie's channel as well, where there are a couple more over there. Yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for jamming with us, and we'll see you again in another one. 1, 2, 3, 4.